Hey guys, so here bringing you another video. Now, I actually haven't done a partner shout out specifically for Porofessor in quite some time. But as you all know, I like to know data. I like to show you guys the data of the match that I'm playing. And we are partnered with Porofessor. So if you use the link down below, click that, download Porofessor. I get a small kickback per download, but it will help your ranked games. Like, if you are wanting to climb a bit, you're going to use this preseason to practice, rank up a little bit to make your upcoming placements better, I have to recommend using Porofessor. Porofessor has straight up won me games. If you've been watching the videos, there are times that Porofessor will tell me someone on the enemy team is an invader. And lo and behold, they will invade at level 1, but I'm there waiting for them. I've told my team, wait in this bush, and we get first blood. There are things that Porofessor can help you with and teach you and let you know the information to help you win these games. And it's within all the Riot rules right now. So if you want to help me out by downloading something, but help also yourself out, do click the link down below. I also just wanted to show you guys the servers that obviously they do work for. So EU Northeast, EU West, North America, Brazil, Latin, I think the LA, that's the South American one, or LAS. That's all in that kind of region, I think. OCE, Korea, Russia, Turkey, and Japan. So those are the regions it works for. Obviously, this is just the website version. You'll be downloading the app version, which is arguably better. And then you can also look at featured games if you actually went on the website, because I used to do it years ago. I used to watch high rating games just to see what they're doing. Obviously, I still do that with my high rating spectates, but I used to do that without even doing a video, just to kind of pick up things every now and then. It's quite handy. But anyway, if you are in the market for this, please do use my link down below. Thank you very much if you have, and I will see you next time. If you enjoyed this video though, please do throw a like on it, comment down below, and hit that subscribe button, and that would be awesome. So anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye. Hey guys, it's here bringing you another video. Now, welcome to a high rating spectate, and today we are focusing in on JINX. So, obviously I mentioned recently that the popularity of the Arcane champions, unsurprisingly, has gone up a lot. We've actually covered a lot of them so far, and I personally don't play JINX that much. I don't play AD carry. So I thought, let's do a how to play episode, but let's highlight one of the best JINXs on EU West and see what they do, and you can get inspiration from it, you can learn a little bit from it, and hopefully it'll let you play JINX a little bit better yourself. I will just say, full disclosure, I did record another one of these episodes for JINX a few days ago, not this particular match, but basically it was after I was streaming, and when I finish a stream, I mute my microphone, put the end screen on, and then close down the stream. I then instantly started, after the stream, to start recording the spectate video, and I forgot to unmute my microphone. So that was a bit of a bummer, watching like a 25-minute game, finishing the video. I thought it was a great commentary, and then I realized there was no mic audio. So that sucked. Enemy team is doing some type of invade, and they actually get the Vex. So the Vex dies level 1, did blow Flash versus Jax blowing Flash. So we'll see if Malphite can do anything top lane. Again, Malphite typically known as a counter to Jax, but not really a killing counter. You wouldn't expect Malphite to kill Jax. You just deny Jax his kind of job. You attack speed slow him, you slow him in general, you can CC him a bunch, and Jax shouldn't really able to be, shouldn't kill a Malphite. So level 1, Thresh JINX, by the way, versus Jin Brand. They're waiting in the bush. They're looking for the Brand, squishier champion. They go for the E start, they get the flash, they get the heal from the enemy team, all for the Thresh's Ignite. So not a bad start, actually, for a red team. But before we get into anything, let's have a quick little look at the rune setup for those that are learning JINX. So typically you will now see JINX with the new lethal tempo. Any attack speed steroid champion is going to like lethal tempo. The new one, you get up to 6 stacks, and per stack you get raw attack speed. And then when you get up to 6 stacks, you get attack range, so more attack range, which is fantastic for an AD carry. And there is normally an attack speed cap on a champion of 2.5. The cap goes up to 10 when you're at maximum stacks of lethal tempo. So that is where you'll see the likes of a JINX, even a Vayne and stuff like that, just absolutely blitz face, like go crazy attack speed when they get those lethal tempo stacks, with also giving them, again, more safety with being further away from your opponent with having that increased attack range. So not bad at all. So this range, lovely W hit by JINX. If we also, because again it is a how to play video, how do you play JINX? So what are her spells? So her passive is when she swaps weapons, she gets a different use from it, I guess. So when she has the rocket launcher, her basic attacks deal X damage to the target, but also they do AoE around. She gains more attack range when she's using the rocket, and it costs mana, but they also scale less with a bonus attack speed the rocket attacks. When she uses the minigun, she gets attack speed, and that was also scaling attack speed up to 3 stacks. So it's the ramping up of a minigun, and usually the combo you'll see, she'll want to start combat, usually with the minigun, get the 3 stacks of attack speed, and then swap to the rocket, because you'll actually maintain the attack speed steroid a little bit while still using the rocket. The Q is the actual swap itself. Actually, sorry, that was the Q. I was weirdly reading the wrong thing. Sorry, that was the Q. The passive is whenever she gets a kill or an assist or a tower dies or a big jungle monster dies, she gets excited, she gets movement speed that decays, and she gets just raw attack speed. So that's where Jinx just goes loony and just runs around everywhere. Very strong for a team fight. We went over a Q. The W is the zap, so a straight line. That's what just happened. It does damage and slows the opponent. Big engage happening. Good positioning. Look how the red team is blocking away blue team from safety, so that they can't just run back to their tower. A lot of flashing happening, a lot of igniting happening. Unfortunately, the raw damage of blue team's lane beat out red team. So the benefit of Jinx Thresh is great protection for Jinx. It also helps her, you know, she's an immobile AD carry. She's got no dash. Thresh can help with positioning a Jinx very well. But the negative is Thresh doesn't do a lot of damage. And if you don't just like, if the Jinx doesn't just straight out kill somebody with the CC of a Thresh, the Brand Jhin lane will do more damage than just a Jinx alone, because Thresh doesn't really do any damage. With the zap we went over, the E is the Flame Chompers, which are 3 mines that go on the floor, and after a certain amount of time, they explode on impact with an enemy, and it also roots an enemy. And then the ultimate is the Super Mega Death Rocket that can go go across map, and it does more damage the lower health an opponent is. So it's an execute rocket cross map potentially, but that is Jinx in a nutshell. So even though that wasn't good, Jhin got an assist, Jinx got nothing. Look at the farm difference right now. So Jinx is actually double farm of Jhin in essence, which is not bad. That was a weird hitbox. So Jinx will probably be wanting to go back pretty soon. She has over 1,400 gold, which is a lot to hold on into the early game. You are, by the way, just to mention, seeing a habit of AD carries not really going Doran's Blade anymore, and this is on purpose. Basically, just the strength of getting straight into your item is quite apparent. So Noon Quiver is very, very popular, just to go bam, we're straight in it. Jinx is actually going... Wait, Malphite killed Jax in a 1v1 without even using ultimate. Wow, that's kind of crazy. You would normally not expect that. But yeah, so Noon Quiver you get faster if you start Longsword and ignore Doran's Blade. Meanwhile, big things happening in mid lane. Thresh gets a return kill on the Kog'Maw. The Vex goes down. Lee Sin fighting Udyr. Brand has made his way. Ooh, Lee Sin might have nearly died there, but they were all back out. The crazy attacks going on. Brand doing damage. Lee Sin hitting a Q, missing a Q, and they will just back out of that. Jinx returning to bot lane. But yeah, so why would Jinx not go Noon Quiver if that is like the benefit of kind of going Longsword early? Well, again, Jinx herself, Lee Sin, hello, stands on a chomper. Jinx, taking a while to kill him, gets excited, gonna walk around, seeing what she can do. She probably, oh, the rocket was maybe a bit too early. I think she needed a position to be closer to Udyr, and she gets 4th shotted by a Jhin, and it will go down. Oh, failed flash of Jhin. Not good by him. That should be Dragon potentially for red team. I do think Jinx could have played that a little better. I think she super mega death rocketed early. I think if she focused on moving closer to safety, I think that would have been better. Really overextend play by the Vex. Again, this, by the way, is a master level game, so a Vex being 1-4 already and making that really overextending mistake play is quite weird to see. Again, mistakes happen in all ranges of play. You know, as we've always said, there's no such thing as ELO hell. It's just solo queue. That is a very true statement. Generally, the only people I find that believe in ELO hell are people that have only been low rating. Every high rating player has once been low rated, so we've seen the range of ratings. And I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, there ain't no hell, it's just solo queue. Solo queue is hell. It's all pretty bad. Because again, it's human play. It's not pro play. People are playing SoloQ, their dog's distracting them, the front door is going, your phone's ringing. You're just chilling, you know, it's not competitive gaming, so it's never going to be crazy high quality, no matter what rating you're in, like, let's be honest. That is why, if you guys have heard, North America has always been memed on about the quality of their SoloQ has been very low. They're making a super server. Nice hook by Thresh, nice play into the CC. JINX with 3 auto attacks, lovely kill on the Jhin. And again, a negative of immobile AD carries. You get CC'd, you're going to probably die. Very nice play though by both Thresh and JINX. But yeah, America's making a super server. More details are to come. It's probably going to be something like if you're a Master and above player or an NA, you get to make another account on this server that is set apart for increased quality control. The games will be looked at more by Riot. So yeah, like, they are doing that because they have not been taken seriously as a server forever. SoloQ has shown it does develop better regions the better SoloQ it is, and that's what America's doing. It's good to see. It's like an investment into their own competitive scene, and pros have been asking about it for quite a while, and even high rating SoloQ players have been asking for a while. Will we see other servers follow suit? Maybe. I doubt EU will follow it straight away, but they'll just see the success of it from NA. But, yeah. Anyway, big play happening. Jhin ultimate with the top. JINX Thresh maybe out of position. JINX trying to do some damage. Chompers on the Thresh. Does land double Chomper. We need Udyr to help the JINX. Bad Rocket. Can she get one little kill? She get excited. She's auto-attacking the Brand. She hits the Cogmore. One more auto. Gets the Brand. Doesn't get the Cogmore. Big shutdown for the Jhin. Little bit of a messy team fight. That was just unfortunate, bad positioning initially, I would say. That caused blue team to get an advantage. I think they may have had a number advantage, or Vex got low early and then couldn't help the fight later. TP coming in mid lane. Will Vex be okay? Cogmore TPing in. And yes, by the way, it is Mage Cogmore. Wouldn't really think it's the strongest pick. But obviously we have a bunch of new mage items, so it's hard to say, oh, it's not great. It might be good. You never know. With the new items and everything in between. And obviously, if this person's playing it, again, I wouldn't expect this person to be first time in Cogmore mid in Master MMR. He probably has played it quite a lot and is probably quite good at it. Anyway, returning to bot lane. Jhin has caught up a little bit with farm, by the way, but JINX is very much still ahead, which is good. Good dominance in lane. JINX isn't typically a lane bully champion. The way that I would define JINX is she's an opportunist AD carry. Like, if her support is making plays and it's good enough to make a playoff, JINX can take that play. Thresh lands a hook, okay, we can fight. But she's not really like an aggressive, you know, AD carry. A Lucian, a Draven, yes, they're clearly looking for opportunities in the early game. That's kind of their identity. A JINX isn't looking for opportunities, but if her support enables one, she will go for them. Rocket going across the map. Will it land? Let's see. Boom! Malphite ults with the Q. Gets the kill! Oh my god! So the JINX damage enabled Malphite to get the kill. That was really good to see. JINX now looking for the Jhin in the 1v1. As you'll notice, she puts the mines over the top with the W. With the heal, she gets the kill. Perfect JINX play. That is how it's done. Very good confidence by this JINX, by the way. And that's what you're seeing. The mastery of the champion is high. Not champion mastery, because that means nothing. But the player herself, or him, like themselves, is just playing perfectly. Getting the autos, landing the W. And that is, again, the skill of AD carry. A lot of skill translates on AD carry more than any other role, I would say, because the majority of AD carry as a role is auto-attacking and positioning. Like, those are the two key ones. But there are some AD carries, like a JINX, that they do have these abilities that they do want to intertwine, obviously, within the autos. Some AD carries, like, just straight up auto-attack. Like, Cogmore AD carry, he just more or less auto-attacks. That's his main big thing. Press W, get increased range, auto, with positioning. Same, really, as a Twitch a lot of the time. A JINX is very auto-attack heavy, but does need to use that W or the rocket or the chompers in between the autos. And it's when are you going to use them that benefit you, but also don't take away damage that you could have got from an auto-attack. Because the auto-attack will be a lot of the time your major damage. And that's what a lot of people like who play Ezreal, even though Ezreal is more of an ability use AD carry than most, a lot of Ezreals don't auto-attack basically at all. Meanwhile, Lee Sin going for an all-in. JINX with the auto with the W, lands the damage. It's a trade, 1-for-1. Jax teleported in from top lane, and that will be that. Unfortunately, Rocket blocked by Jax. Unfortunately, Vex goes down again. But Dragon in this meantime is being done by Udyr, which is typical Udyr. When a dragon is up, there are some certain champions who are, you know, junglers that are very dragon-centric, and you know that when you're loading into a game. Udyr is one of these champions that you can, without a shadow of a doubt, if there's a big team fight happening and you could do with having your Udyr nearby, Udyr will just ignore the team fight, but like, I'm doing the dragon, sorry guys, and you just know that. Like, that is just part of the champion's identity. Gale Force complete by both AD carries. Gale Force used, 2-level advantage, Jinx gets the kill, and that is just unfortunate, a little bit, I would say, of lazy play by the Jhin. He does have Gale Force, but his was on cooldown, he doesn't have Flash Up. Why are you not expecting Gale Force used by Jinx? And maybe you think, oh, we just had a bit of a fight, nice chopper use, Lee Sin in the area though, Jinx uses Flash to get away. But maybe you're thinking, oh, the fight just happened, surely her cooldown on Gale Force is there. But yeah, Lee Sin being very aggressive, heals a lot. Heals a mighty amount with Gore Drinker there, to enough to get the Jinx killed. Kog'Maw maybe overextending a bit. Udyr goes for the flash. Can he get the kill? Oh, Vex doesn't need to go that close. Gets herself killed. Just doesn't need to be there. You know, respect the damage that could come out, and that should be that. But anyway, Udyr going to do a bit of a chase on the Brand. Probably should just back away. This is Jhin ult, by the way. One hit. The Lantern arguably got the Udyr killed, but I think he was probably dead anyway. And meanwhile, Malphite is just slapping a turret. So we saw Jax TP'd in that last fight. Malphite did not. Rocket coming down mid. Boom, hits the Jhin, but as we said, it's an execute, so it doesn't do a lot of damage when someone's at full health. I am just double checking that I am recording. Yes, I am. There's proper audio from the game, and my mic is recording. Good. I didn't want to make the same mistake twice. Again, when I made that mistake, I did it yesterday, not today. It's very demoralizing when you finish a video and you think it's a good one, and then you're like, well, that sucked. Meanwhile, W hit 2-level advantage still for the Jinx. He's just auto-attack eccentric with the Gale Force. Honestly, yeah, Jhin tried to escape with Gale Force. He should have Gale Forced quicker. If he Gale Forced earlier, he may have been able to use the Bush Vision to get away from 1 or 2 auto-attacks there, and that might have been able to save him. So, needed to use that Gale Force a little bit earlier. But clearly we're seeing a big difference of AD carry now. 4-5 Jhin, 8-3 Jinx, and look at the farm advantage. It's only gone up. Meanwhile, Thresh getting a bit caught. Lee Sin on the chompers. Auto attacks by Jinx, not bad, but has to be careful. Got to respect the Kog'Maw weirdly. Lee Sin hits the Q. There's a Vex in the middle. She hasn't died. Big engage. Double autos for Jinx. Gets a double kill. Lee Sin should probably escape. And Kog'Maw passive will get a double boom on the Udyr and Jinx. And that'll be that. So that was a good play by the Vex. Good to see. She's had a bit of a rough game, clearly. But still, if you can maintain as best you can a positive attitude, you know, it's the phrase that I always say, PMA, positive mental attitude. Lee Sin coming for it. Doesn't hit the Q. Jinx going to finish off the tower. Then go aggressive on the Jhin. Should probably have gone for the Lee Sin, I would say. But is looking for it. Does hit the kill. Wow, that did more damage than I expected. And Lee Sin going to go down to the Thresh Ignite. And actually, that worked out really well. Well done to them. Objective bounties available soon to blue team. So what you guys can let me know is, what do you guys think of objective bounties? Do you like them, dislike them? Overall, I have seen people go... I accidentally sped up the game then, I think. Overall, I've seen people generally dislike them. Again, one of two things. Change is also... You know, change as humans, on average, we just dislike change. Like, it's human nature. But sometimes that doesn't mean, you know, oh, change is good, people just dislike it for disliking it. Sometimes change isn't great. You don't have to always do change. And this, I would say, is one of the examples that they don't have to. The only reason that they're implementing objective bounties is because of how snowbally the game is, because of how heavy damage it is. If they tone down the damage, they wouldn't need objective bounties, but clearly Riot don't want to tone down the damage. So I'm on the fence. Like, I get on one hand, like, the game is snowbally, and it does feel a bit bad if you get behind early. How do we make a comeback? It's a way to come back into a game that's so snowbally. But on the other hand, I myself have been in 1 or 2 matches that we were losing, and we have turned around and won it because of objective bounties. It has happened to me personally already. And that doesn't feel great? I don't know. Like, great, I got the win, but the enemy team, who arguably should have won the game by outplaying us. Meanwhile, Jinx with crazy... Oh my god, the aggression level. Screw the enemy team that's around. I'm going in and gets a lovely Gale Force kill. And again, this is the point. Gale Force is being the MVP at the moment for this Jinx. Landing, you know, giving her mobility that she normally would never have. Udyr going off on one. Jax comes and gets the kill on Udyr, and Jinx will most likely finish off the tower. But you have to be a bit careful of a Jax jumping on your face. Again, Jax clearly another champion that's benefited from the new lethal tempo. and Dragon is now up. So the map is a Infernal map, by the way, just to let people know. Lee Sin going for it. Vex not dead. Good heal by Jinx. Will Lee Sin go down? He lands the Q. He was looking for the Q, doesn't get it. Vex follows up with an ultimate, weirdly. Chompers come down into the kill for the Jinx. Malphite comes in also, and that was a really nice play. So 14-3-6 for a Jinx. You are really seeing very, very clean Jinx play. There's hardly anything default. And again, it's that mastery over maximizing. Why is there a little spooky ghost there? That's weird. No idea. It's the mastery of you're watching. She's always on the move. It's very rare to see this Jinx just standing still and autoing because that makes you vulnerable. She's moving all the time and it's maximizing the positioning, the movement with also as many auto attacks as you can get. And then with the extra layer of Jinx, you're watching somebody swapping between minigun and machine gun, minigun and rocket all the time. She's constantly swapping to get the different benefits from both. Sometimes I want the AoE damage in team fight. Sometimes I want to get the increased range because I'm out of range now. And sometimes I'm close enough I can get the ramping attack speed and I'm going to do more raw DPS. That is what this Jinx is doing really well. And sometimes like she's making it look kind of easy. That shows how good the player is doing. If something hard looks easy, it's not because it's easy, it's because the person is making it look easy. Alright, so she's fighting a Jax. Chompers in front. Jax doesn't have flash. She gale forces, oh my god, brilliantly at the other side of the Lee Sin. Flashes away, gets the Chomper, gets excited, moves to the left to avoid the Lee Sin kick, and now Lee Sin is in trouble himself. Jinx doesn't get the kill. Threshook gets the kill. That was really smart play by the Jinx. She used Gale Force to position through her Chompers so Jax couldn't be on top of her to also get away from the Lee Sin. Rocket coming down, hits the Jinx. Doesn't go down though yet. Brand is going to end up dead. Jinx doesn't get an assist of that. Udyr is just running for the Jhin. Doesn't go for it. There's a Cogmore in the area. And now they're in for trouble. Oh, is he living? Wow, he has lived. Vex is arguably in trouble here. She should just run away if she can. She's going in. That was a bit weird, but she will go down. Meanwhile, in bot lane, the 302 Malphite, 163 farm, 20 farm above a Jax, is just whacking a tower. It's been a pretty free game for this Malphite, but that's never a bad thing. Again, Malphite, even though he's very basic, he is a good, clear counter to what a lot of the top lane meta is turning into because of the rise of lethal tempo. Malphite is an anti-attack speed champion. It's inbuilt in his kit. He also, if he wanted to, could buy a Frozen Heart, which also would do it as well. It's just brilliant against him. Lee Sin going a little bit overboard. Does get hooked. Jinx W. Can they go for anything here? Oh, if that Lee Sin hit his Q, that would have been scary. Jinx has to be careful because this Lee Sin, trust me, will be very much looking for a good Q to outposition this Jinx. So there's the Lee Sin. See, again, look how desperate that Lee Sin was. He was trying his best to get that kick into the team. Rocket coming down, hits 4 people. Good DPS with the Gale Force, doesn't hit anything. AoE damage though. Malphite getting the Lee Sin. Vex ultimate, gonna go for it, hits the Brand. They're gonna continue the fight. Vex gets the Jhin. Udyr's running for the Cogmore. Can he get to him? No, he can't. He flashes away. They get the Brand, does the Vex. Double kill for the Vex. And that'll be now them into the base. You also saw, by the way, surrender vote for red team failed. This is Jinx's team. Someone on Jinx's team wanted to surrender this game. Cogmore dying to the Jinx. Why would they try to surrender that? My only guess would be maybe the Vex. I don't know. Like, that's the only one that's had a bit of a rough game. Clearly, you're winning this game. You've got 3 dragons. You're ahead on kills. You have a very fed AD carry. So that's a bit weird. And voila. Blue team has now surrendered. So how to play Jinx? This has been, in essence, I'm actually very happy we watched this game. A near perfect game of Jinx. You are watching the mechanics of a great Jinx player, using the abilities well, landing the rocket, which is a skill shot, using it at the right time. In most cases, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes I think the Jinx was a bit too quick to use it in active combat. But as for the actual positioning with the auto attacks and when to use the minigun, when to use the rockets, near enough flawless. With you know, even though it's an item that I'm not a big fan of, but utilizing the Gale Force incredibly well. Jinx is an immobile AD carry with no dash. Gale Force gives her that dash, and she can use that both offensively, which we saw a lot this game, or she can use it defensively. She can use it as a dash away from a Lee Sin Q. So yeah, very good play. If you guys did enjoy though, please do throw a like on the video, throw a comment. Hope you're all doing well, and I will see you guys on the Rift, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace.